Hey, what's up guys, JQ with Teqreation. So I gave you guys coverage of the Google Pixel XL as well as both of the iPhones, and I shared what I liked and didn't like about either. So I guess just to wrap up my coverage of these two beasts of flagship phones, I wanted to share with you guys how I have these two phones configured to where they play nicely on a day-to-day basis. So if you're the type of person who doesn't like to commit to either platform and enjoy owning the best of both worlds, then this video is for you. So I just wanted to clarify something real quick. No, I don't have two SIM cards. I have my main and my only SIM card inside my Google Pixel, and I basically use my iPhone 7 Plus tethered to this phone via hotspot. So that's one of the great things that I love about being with T-Mobile, is that you get an unlimited data plan as well as hotspot service, and I just so happen to have 5 gigabytes of hotspot, so it's basically like having a whole nother data plan for your second phone. So all I do is just turn on hotspot on my Google Pixel and then go ahead and turn on Wi-Fi whenever I want to use the iPhone, and then I'm all set. And the procedure will be vice versa if my SIM card happens to be in the iPhone 7 Plus on that particular day. Now the only downside is that I won't be able to make any phone calls or text messages because my SIM card is in here, but at least I'll be able to do everything else, including using iMessage, and I'm okay with that. I only need one phone to make phone calls and text messages. Alright, so basically the best way to get these two phones to work together in unison is using Google services. So the first thing that I like to do is I dive into the iCloud settings of my iPhone 7 Plus and I go ahead and turn off photo backup. Now you don't have to do this is just my personal preference because I don't like having redundancy and having my photos back up in two separate locations at the same time. So go ahead and just make sure that everything is off, and that's pretty much it. From here on, just go ahead into the App Store and download Google Photos and then allow it to back up your photos when it prompts you to do so, and you're all set. Now I won't be able to get the unlimited original backups like I can on the Google Pixel, but we do get original high quality backups, which is fine by me. So now I can see my photos taken from the iPhone 7 Plus on my Pixel and my photos taken from the Pixel on my iPhone 7 Plus, yada yada yada. Now personally, I don't video chat much, but if you're one who likes to FaceTime a lot, then this combination might not work best for you. But what I do recommend is downloading Duo. It's a great alternative to FaceTime by Google, and it works on both Android and iOS, and from experience, from using it a few times, it works pretty good. Connection was fast, and I didn't experience any dropouts or anything like that. So there's that option, it's worth a shot. Now as for jotting stuff down, I like using Google Keep on both phones. Now I do know that Google Keep offers list options, but I kind of prefer a dedicated lists app as it offers more. And for that, I've been using Wunderlist a lot lately. It's a cross-platform app, of course, and it has a bunch of features built in for free that other list apps will want you to pay for or subscribe to, like the ability to collaborate lists with someone else, like add reminders to individual tasks, as well as add a subtask, a note, attach a file or a comment. You can even assign tasks to specific people, so it's great for like a team environment or for you and your significant other. And now you can also group lists inside of folders, so it really helps you stay organized from all different types of angles. Pretty much anything you would want to do with a list app, you can do it with Wunderlist. Plus you can make it your own with custom themes, and upgrading to Pro increases your limits of what you can do. It's not necessary, I'm still using the free version, and it works great, but the option is always there. Depending on how serious you want to be about your organization, it might be worth the investment. So now on the Android side of things, we know that you can share files and content via NFC and Android Beam, and on the iOS side of things, you can use stuff like AirDrop between iOS devices. The problem is they're not cross-compatible, and that's when Send Anywhere comes in. Now I mentioned this app so much, you would probably think that they sponsor me or something like that, but they're not. I just enjoy recommending great services. Now first and foremost, it's a free app, and this service lets you send files between Android, iOS, PC, or Mac freely of any file size and any type. It really doesn't matter, and it uses 256-bit encryption for secure transfers. Personally, I've never seen a file transfer app as seamless, polished, and straight to the point as this one. And you don't even have to set up an account or anything, which is my favorite part about this app. It's just ready to go the minute you open it up. You just open the Send tab, choose whatever it is you want to send, literally, and on the other device, you just hit receive, and then you go ahead and punch in that unique 6-digit PIN or scan the QR code, and you're all set. It also supports Wi-Fi Direct for Android to Android transfers in places where you may not have cellular service. And like I said, it also works from PC to Mac and vice versa via the desktop app, a browser extension, or directly from the website. Now, if that wasn't enough, it also acts as a file manager, so you can copy, move, and manage your files throughout your entire phone. Of course, that's only on Android, but you kind of get the point here. It's like the only go-to file app, period. Trust me, go ahead and download this app and you'll thank me later. Now, as far as for music purposes, you guys know there's a ton of options out there already. You have Google Play Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, etc., etc. Personally, as you've seen from my other videos, I enjoy using Spotify. That's just my preference. It's very polished, it has a great selection of music and playlists, and it's just easier to do stuff like download songs. And that Spotify Connect feature really sets it apart from the rest. And it works great if you have several devices at home, and it's what I think the best option if you enjoy streaming to and from devices a lot. So what I do for my contacts is I sync them with Gmail. It's just easier for me. So on the iOS side of things, I just open up the Mail app and add my Gmail account, and all of my associated contacts will automatically sync to the address book in iOS. So in case I ever need to pop in my SIM card on the iPhone, I'll be good to go. I also use my Gmail for my calendar purposes, and I'm not too particular about using calendar apps. Pretty much anyone works. The Google Calendar works just fine, and the iOS calendar works just fine as well. Now, as for email, as most of you may know from my other video, I use Newton, which was formerly Cloud Magic. I won't go into too much detail about it. I'll just go ahead and drop a link to the video I did if you want to go check it out. So I have this installed on both of my phones plus my Mac, because it also comes with a Mac client which looks and works fantastic. But this is, in my opinion, probably the best cross-platform email client out for heavy power users with some supercharged features like snooze, read receipts, and send later. It's a pretty dope app. You might want to check it out. And one of the greatest things about Newton is that since we're talking about using iOS with Android, Newton very well supports iCloud emails. So at least this way you can have your iCloud email synced up with your Android device. And then of course we have all of our social media apps, which are all cross-platform right out the gate. So there's really no need in going over that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I've been using that configuration for the past 2 months or so between my iOS and Android devices, and it's been working just fine for me. If you guys own both phones, how do you make sure your iOS and Android devices get along in harmony? Go ahead and drop those comments down below. I'm curious to know what are some tactics you use to make the transition or make the coexisting of these two phones a lot easier for all of us. Go ahead and drop those comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and show some love to that like button. And if you're new to the channel and if this is your first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on some awesome tech videos. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.